Hi guys and welcome back to my channel, Bookish Drama. My name is Ethan and today I'm here to do a very special tag, which is the International Booktuber tag. I was tagged by Mary over at With Cinnamon Please. She's a Portuguese booktuber and our reading tastes are a bit different but also quite similar. So I really enjoy watching her opinion on books because she's really good at explaining what she thinks about the books and I really admire her for that. And when I watched her video, I was very excited because it was very relatable. We both are non-English native speakers, so I related to her video a lot and I wanted to do it as soon as I watched it. So here I am doing it right now, so let's start. Question 1. Where are you from and what is your native language? I am from Spain and obviously my native language is Spanish. 2. In what languages do you read books? Well, I mainly read books in English. When I started reading, I read mostly in Spanish, but as I got better with English, I started reading books in their original language, although I still read some books in Spanish as translations, and also if the book is originally in Spanish, I read it in Spanish, obviously. If this is your first video you watch by me, you don't know this, but if you're a regular viewer, you know that I love Brandon Sanderson, and I always talk about him in every single one of my videos, so this is no exception. I have discovered a way to squeeze him into this video, and that's what I'm going to tell you. When I first started reading his books, I did it in English, but then I wanted to buy all the Spanish covers because they are matching hardcovers and very beautiful. If you can watch them, those up there are Spanish edition as well as those right here. And here I have my English copies right there, and also those are the UK editions. So yeah. Once I bought them in Spanish, I started reading them in Spanish because I will always have time to reread them in English. But if I read them in English first, I wouldn't want to go back into Spanish. So what I'm doing right now is reading them in Spanish, and once I want to reread them, I will do it in English. Although all of his YA books I have only read in English and I will not buy them in Spanish because his YA novels are published in paperback and I don't want to buy those in Spanish. Question 3. Is there a booktube community in your language and what is it like? Well, obviously there is. Actually, I discovered Booktube because of the Spanish community. The first booktuber I ever watched is Raisa Rebelles. I'm going to insert a picture here, and she's actually the most followed booktuber. She has over 1 million subscribers, which is more than Christine, Jessie, or Kat, or all of those big booktubers have. So she is the biggest booktuber, actually. I discovered Booktube because of her, and then I discovered all of those three that I mentioned alongside Ariel Bissett, Reagan, and all of the old booktubers that I love. But yeah, at the beginning I watched a lot of Booktube in Spanish, but then I stopped because once I started reading in English, I wasn't very interested in hearing opinions on translated works. So I just stopped watching Spanish booktubers, although there are very good booktubers here in Spain and also in South America. So yeah, I really encourage you guys to watch some of their videos if you want to practice your Spanish or if you know Spanish and never watched any videos in Spanish. Question 4. If there is a booktube community in your language, why did you decide to join the international book community? Well, because I read books in English mainly, so if I am reading books in English, I want to talk about them in English. It just makes sense for me, you know, and also I wanted to practice my speaking abilities and make friends with people that are all around the world, so that's why I basically decided to join the English-speaking community here. Question 5. Are there any challenges for non-English native speakers? And obviously there are. Sometimes I try to say a sentence and in the middle of it stops making sense, so I have to repeat it like 5 times. It has happened and it continues happening. Lately, I am getting better at expressing my opinions coherently and making sense. It was very hard for me at the beginning. If you watch some of my early videos, you can see that every 5 seconds there is a cut. Now I can talk for a minute and not have to edit it. In fact, one of the latest video that I posted, which is 6 minutes long after the editing, it took me only 12 minutes to edit, which is insane because at the beginning I could edit one video for 1 hour or something like that, but now I am getting better at talking, which is so good because it can be stressful to know that you are posting something that doesn't make sense. You may not realize that you have made a mistake, and it is a bit embarrassing once you realize. I don't beat myself if I make any mistakes because at the end of the day I'm not a native English speaker, so I mean, everyone makes mistakes, so it's not such a big deal, but you know, I always want to try to make my videos as perfect as possible, so yeah. Question 6. How do you get hold of English books? Well, mainly on Amazon. I buy books online, Amazon, Book Depository, or wherever I want to buy them online. And if I want to go into a physical shop, I go to FNAC, which is a store where they sell a lot of things, in particular books, and there is a section of books in English. This store is in most of European countries. I have seen it in France and in Portugal, and I have bought books in both of those countries as well when I visited. And yeah, it is very good. And also a Spanish shop that I can get books in English is La Casa del Libro, which means the house of the book or the book house. And yeah, that is where I get my books from. Question number 7 is, what is the best thing about the international community? And you can answer in your native language and put subtitles. I don't know if I want to do that, but let's do it because I know a few of you are Spanish speakers and may be able to understand me, so let's go. Creo que una de las mejores cosas que tiene la comunidad es poder hacer amigos. Yo me hice este canal de Booktube para hacer amigos y en particular para conocer personas de otros lugares, con otras culturas, porque la diversidad es muy importante y tener amigos en todas las partes del mundo es una cosa muy bonita porque siempre puedes hablar con ellos sobre cómo viven, es muy interesante y se me está haciendo muy extraño hablar en español, no me gusta, like, I'm not enjoying it talking in Spanish, I'm sorry, like, no. And 9. Tag other international booktubers. The thing here is that I don't watch a lot of international booktubers. Like, I follow a few of them, but not enough, I feel. So I'm going to tag in the description people that I still haven't done this tag that I know are international. And the thing here is that I want you guys to recommend your favorite international booktuber in the description box below. In the comment section down below, because I want to discover new channels from people that are not native English speakers, because I want to support them. So leave your recommendations down there. That was all for this tag. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, give it a huge thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again on my next video. Goodbye!